Welcome back, everybody. This is Jay, insect biologist and insect cartoonist. And I am here to show you how to draw a bee. This is the third video in our series. And we are looking at how to draw the abdomen now. We're going to finish this baby off in black and white, and then we're going to look at how we're going to color it. So let's dive right in. When we consider the last region of an insect, or in this case the honeybee, that is a region known as the abdomen. So we'll grab our trusty heavyweight mechanical pen and we will ink in the basic shape of that abdomen. A lot fewer external bits and bobs here when we're looking at the abdomen compared to the head and the thorax, but lots of really important stuff inside the abdomen. Now, if you look at the outside of the abdomen, unlike the head and the thorax, you can see that it's got multiple plates and it's very, very flexible. Anybody who's been stung by a bee knows that they can swing that abdomen around and nail you when you least expect it. All right, they have 6 of these, so we're going to draw those in. They have upper plates and they have lower plates as well. So we're going to draw the upper plates here, overlapping with these, and fortunately we drew our leg in the last video right in front of this, so it saves us some extra work. Again, lazy cartoonist. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4, and there's going to be 5 and 6. Okay, the back of these various plates tend to be darker. The one closest to the body has a relatively thin dark band, and I draw them as getting progressively whiter, so progressively darker, like this, till we get to eventually the one furthest back, and that is going to be almost completely dark. All right. Almost there, almost to the end. We've got to be careful because we're getting to the end of the abdomen, and that is where the sting is, and I don't want to get stung, so I'm going to try to be really careful here. All right. Now, another external feature here of a honeybee abdomen, and one that I really don't draw very often, are these little spots. And you can see them in the first 2 here, but unfortunately they're hidden by the leg here. Those little spots are known as spicules. Now, these are essentially the nostrils of our honeybee. And this is where air enters the body. And it enters into a network of tubes that branch throughout the animal, right? So instead of having lungs, they have tubes that branch all over the place to supply oxygen to the tissues. All right. Also inside here, we have a honey stomach. It's right about here. This is where they store the nectar when they're flying around. After the honey stomach are the intestines, etc., etc. And then finally, back here in the back, we have inside here, again, impossible to see in this drawing, a venom sac and a stinger that they can pop out here. The stinger has little barbs on it. And these little barbs are like fish hooks that get stuck in your skin. So that when a honeybee stings you, those barbs get stuck in your skin, and then when the honeybee flies away, it actually pulls the venom sac out. And this venom sac is surrounded by smooth muscle that continue to pump venom into the wound. I've had this happen to me a number of times. It has never been fun, not once. The other thing, a feature that's inside and underneath here, are little glands at the flaps here of these plates that produce wax. So it's from these plates that little flakes of wax come popping off. These little flakes of wax are what the bees use, and they actually put them in the mouth and mold them into shape. They use this to build the honeycomb with. So they actually secrete wax that they use to build their house. Now, like every other section of the body, this section has hairs on it. but the hairs aren't as thick as what we see on the thorax, for example. All right. Last cool tidbit about the abdomen, and it's true of the thorax as well, is that whereas you, as a human, have your spinal cord or your main nerve cord running down your back, honeybees have their nerve cord running along their tummy or their ventral side. All right? Okay. So again, it doesn't look too fancy from the outside, but the inside has lots of cool stuff. All right. In our next video, what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to scan it into the computer, and then we're going to color it. Until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.